Alright, so this was kind of an afterthought, so it's going to get interjected, but one thing I wanted to point out is on those fast and slow buttons that got generated, if we look back to screen 3 here, I just wanted to explain how those are working and what to pay attention to for those. So if we go into setup, there's two things we're going to pay attention to. First off, those things are triggering the commands as the result of a DMX remote. There's just a dummy channel stored to them. Anytime one of those channels goes to 100, it will trigger the remote. Anytime it goes back to 0, it'll trigger the canceling remote, basically. So if we go to our remote input setup, we will see that we have 4 DMX remotes that have Lua commands in them. Rate high, false and true, rate low, false and true. Over in the info field, we'll see that they have well, an info field with this particularly arranged text. Don't edit this. This is how the uninstaller will be able to identify which remotes to deal with. So if you feel like it, you can change the name of it to your heart's content. If you feel like playing with the patch of it, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're screwing with whatever else, that's fine. It will still be able to uninstall as long as this info hasn't been changed. So that's it for the remotes part. If we go into the patch part of it, we'll see, so it'll look for, by default, any layer that has dummy in the name. If it doesn't see one, it'll create one. In this case, I already had one, so it will go through, and then at the end of that layer, it'll create 2 remote channels. Each one is 2 channels because there's a separate remote for the on and the off trigger. And it will find the next available starting patch point based on your configuration settings to patch it at where it won't overwrite anything. So just be aware, that's what these 2 fixtures are doing. These 2 are here to trigger the DMX remotes that are over here, and don't change the info on this. And that is it. That is how these guys are working.